Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be predicting the ceiling and floor for every single team in the AFC West. If you haven't seen the last video, we predicted the ceiling and floor for every team in the AFC North. So without further ado, thanks for tuning in, and let's get into this. So, we'll start off with the Raiders. They have Kirk Cousins or Fernando Mendoza for quarterback. Fernando is unproven, and Kirk, he's not a bad quarterback, but out of his prime. They have Brock Bowers, arguably the second best tight end in the league. So I think their offense is going to be okay. They've got Matt Crosby on the defense. So I think they're still going to have, they still have a little bit to go until they contend in this division. So I think floor, I think it's a decently tough schedule. So I think the floor for them is 2-15. I know it's brutal, but really do think it's the floor. And I feel like if a lot of things go right for them, they could be a decent team. But I think if everything goes right, I think they can get 8 wins and go 8-9. So I think I see them in 2 to 8 wins and 9 to 15 losses. And next up is the Chargers. So Justin Herbert, they of course brought Mike McDaniels in to the offensive coordinator position, and I think he's a great offensive mind. So I think he's gonna have a lot of success with them on the offensive side. But is the offensive line going to hold up? It didn't last year, but I think the offensive line is going to be a little bit better. But the defense, I think it's going to be fine. So I think if everything, though, goes wrong for them, I would say, it's a tough schedule. That's one tough schedule they've got. I think if everything goes wrong, I think they can go 7-10. That is a very tough schedule. I think ceiling, if they go right, I'm still going to take this into consideration that is a tough schedule. And they're going to struggle in the schedule. I think maybe they can sneak out a few upsets. So, obviously they're playing in a division where they have to play the Chiefs 2 times, the Broncos 2 times. So I think at Matt's, I would say 11-6. I would say 11-6 or 10-7. I'd probably stick to 11-6 a little bit more, but it's just a tough schedule. That is one tough schedule they were given this year. So next is the Broncos, and last year they were very good, and I don't think it's gonna be any different this year. I think they're gonna be a very good team this year. I think they're gonna maybe regress, but then again, they got PS2 on the defensive side. Jalen Waddle came in, giving Bo Nix another weapon. I think they're going to be very good. I do think they're going to win the division. If you want to see my record predictions for these teams, you can check out my YouTube Shorts page, because that has the predictions for every single team in the NFL. But I think Broncos, if everything goes wrong, 11-6. I don't see that happening, but I just think if everything goes wrong, and then ceiling, if everything goes right for them, 14-3. They got the talent. They're a great team, and I think they can easily win 14 games if everyone is performing at their highest. Last but not least, Kansas City Chiefs, or the Kansas City Swifties. So, floor, last year was obviously disappointing. You really struggled. Mahomes has not been given anything. I'm an Eagles fan, and I do feel like I just think Mahomes needs more. And I would like to actually see Mahomes catch Brady, and that's coming from an Eagles fan who doesn't like the Chiefs at all. But I think if that's going to happen, they need to maximize, at least do something this year. And I think that may end up being be very tough to go to the Super Bowl or something like that. But I think floor, I mean, it's not the hardest schedule in the league, but it is a tough schedule. So I'm going to give them floor, if everything goes wrong, 9-8. I think it's pretty realistic. Now, ceiling. I think this team could be very good. Obviously, we don't know who could end up coming in for a receiver. I mean, they need a receiver. If they don't add another receiver this year, that ceiling is going to go down a little bit. But I think if they add a receiver, I think they could be very good again. Maybe, I don't think steal the division from the Broncos yet, but next season after this season, 100%, if they get some receivers in there, a decent defense, which, sure, they traded up for Monsoor Lane, and I think it was the sixth to eighth pick. I think it was sixth. So he's unproven. I think he can be very good. They have L'Jarius Sneed, who, but out of his prime, but I mean, I think he can still be. I mean, actually, I don't even know if he'll end up. I think he'll end up starting, maybe, but we don't really know. I mean, they lost Trent McDuffie to the LA Rams, so I would say if everything goes right for this team, I'd put them at a 13-4 record. So 9-13 wins, 4 to 8 losses, and actually, I didn't even do that for the Broncos or the Chargers. So for the Broncos, 11-14. wins and 3 to 6 losses. For the Chargers, I have them at 7-11, maybe 7 to 10 wins, with 6, maybe 7 to 10 losses. So comment below if you agree with these ceiling and floor predictions for each and every team in the AFC West. And I wouldn't be posting tomorrow, and I will post the AFC South. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.